This is
home.
It's nice. It's an annual tradition. Your 7th time on the show.
I know.
That's a big deal. Although Chris Hayes, just tonight, that's his 10th time.
We just heard Chris Hayes is 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he says we're 3 games back with 2 games to go, so how does he catch the flu?
Here's the thing that's exciting, though. I believe you're the most that have ever a pair. We've never had a pair of people who've
It's
been
like
on.
we're one.
We are one.
We're brothers. Hey, we got dad's bodies. It's like they play in the big leagues. We can all play in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Like, look at
Nobody is watching at home thinking.
Oh, we don't have a muscle.
Yeah. No one's watching this thinking I can't be in the MLB.
Right?
Yeah.
Even you can now. See,
You guys, obviously, you have to make a lot of predictions, and I want to ask what you think about the postseason. You, though, I really want to tip my cap. You made a call going into the season about someone on the Kansas City Royals. Explain real quick.
Real quick. So preseason predictions are in March. Spring training. Here we go. Say something that you think might happen. Jorge Soler, your Kansas City Royals, will lead the American League in home runs. Now, he had 12 career home runs coming into the year.
Yep.
Figure he's getting traded. He's 6'5". He's a beautiful man with his shirt off. Nothing like you and I. And he basically has led the league. The American
It's
League in
interesting
runs.
that you say he's a beautiful man with his shirt off.
He really is.
Yeah, and I know you feel that way. Let's look at the clip, because I think you say it then, too.
Jorge Soler. Let me tell you about Jorge. Beautiful-looking young man in uniform. He puts it all together. He will lead the American League in home runs this year. Hello, Kansas City. We have something to root for. Yep, he's going deep 40 times.
Well done.
Now, that doesn't, I mean,
And it's nice
honestly-
to see the clip for those who aren't baseball fans that are like, you know what? He is a beautiful man. Kevin Moore.
See, guys, he
There
never
you
threw up.
go. What have you done for me lately? I think in a lot of sports that's the case. Joe Madden out as the Cubs manager. Top of the mountain a couple years ago. And do you think he'll land somewhere quickly? Do you think we'll see him in baseball next year? Or?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
He'll be somewhere. There's no
brainer.
doubt about it. I think in Chicago they probably want to have a statue for him just because he brought finally brought that championship
101
there.
years.
Yeah.
First, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy obviously talking about your playing days. Was it with the Red Sox when you got to be friends with John Cena?
Yes, it was with the Red Sox.
Okay, so how does a friendship start with someone like John Cena?
Well, this is how it starts. I'm a huge wrestling fan, right? So 2008, we're the Red Sox, we're rolling along, and we play the Rays. And, there's I feel like there's 5,000 people in the seats.
There
But
is.
every time on the Jumbotron, they'd be the wrestlers would come out. Hulk Hogan, the Nasty Boys, and then Cena would come out, and he would do this cheer for the Rays. And I'm like, so I called a buddy of mine at WWE. I said, give me his number. So I called Cena. I was like, Cena, listen, I know you're from West Newbury, Mass., and you're a Sox fan. I'm so sick and tired of seeing you up at the Jumbotron. So we were busting his chops. So I said, hey, let's get together sometime. So towards the end of the year, Cena was like, hey, let's hook up at the team hotel. I'm gonna get a quick workout, and I'll meet you at 11:30 at night. I'm like, first off, who's working out at 10 o'clock at night on a
John
Tuesday?
Cena.
Yeah,
John Cena is, right?
I
So-
think we should show a picture of you with your shirt off and him with his shirt off.
It's
And I think
Jorge
everyone
Soler.
will be able to guess who worked out at 11.
Exactly. He was. So he showed up. It was, great to meet him. And guy's a monster of a man. We had a couple adult beverages, had a great time. Jason Bay was with me, and Tim Wakefield.
There you go.
And so next thing you know, towards the end of the night, I said to John, hey man, is there any chance I could chop you one time? And he was like,
This is
chopping
a
is an
wrestling
yeah, wrestling.
Yeah.
If you ever seen Ric
yeah.
Flair, boom, you could chop the guy.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a great idea at the time. And he's like, he's like, listen, that sounds like a great idea. Hit me as hard as you can, right here, right above the heart. He goes, but here's the deal. As soon as you hit me, I get to chop you back. I'm like, that sounds like a great plan.
That's great.
Great plan.
And it was only 2 adult beverages? you said?
17.
There might have been more than two adult beverages. So here we go. I line up. I run back. I crow hop. Boom! I hit Cena as hard as I can in the chest. He doesn't even move, and I'm like, dude, that hurts so bad. I was like hitting a brick wall voluntarily. Next thing you know, I was like, all right, let me hit you. So I bow up. Cena's like, boom! He hits me. I was like, and I've been hit with 98 by Randy Johnson right in the ribs, and I was like, Randy Johnson hit me in the ribs again because he hit me so hard. I went down on the ground. I thought I was having a heart attack. I was like.
Blood stopped.
I couldn't even talk. Then I hear Tim Wakefield say, I want one of those. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You do not want one of those. Next thing I know, boom, Wakefield hits Cena. Bam! Cena hits Wakefield. Wakefield's right next to me. I'm like, you're an idiot. I told you didn't want to hear this. Next day at the yard, we take off our shirts. Huge John Cena handprints on our freaking chest.
Did he sign it?
Didn't go away for weeks.
Superstitions. I love baseball superstitions. You found one. Were you deer hunting that you
Yeah.
came?
So real quick, grew up in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a California boy. Moved to Texas, went to school there, so I've been there 28 years, but I'm a fake cowboy.
Yep.
So I went hunting before the year, and I was sitting in a deer stand. You can't talk. It's 4:45 in the morning. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Okay? Then I got my little guide. And then the wind blows. He goes, the deer could smell you, so we got to need some doe urine. And so next thing you know, I'm like, what's that? He goes, well, the bucks will come, and they'll smell you. They won't come, but now with this doe urine, they'll come. I'm like, great. Well, they didn't tell me where to spray it. So I don't know. I'm from California, got my boots on. He starts laughing. He's like, oh, my God, you don't do it there. You put on your boots. I'm like, why you tell me that? But now I saw. I said, that's funny. We get done. Of course, we don't get any deer. We get back to the lodge. We're laughing. I go, I'm taking this opening day is in a couple weeks. Montreal, got it. Javier Vasquez is pitching. I'm going deep. I said, I'm putting it on my bat. I'm going to hit a home run for you guys. I'm going to give you a shout out after this. I went on the bat. Whoo. Swung and missed. Whoo. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, doe piss in the trash can. And so afterwards, I'm like rough game? Well, yeah, I sprayed doe piss. It didn't work.
No, but that
It doesn't work, kids.
That was the famous game where a buck chased you around the field.
I was like, hey, I was running.
Sean, we always like to show an embarrassing clip to close, and we showed one a few years ago of you on the set of your show.
Yeah.
You hitting a ball at one of your co-hosts.
Yep,
and you would think that once you did that, it would never happen again. So we're going to show the old one and then what happened recently. All right, so that was the last one, and here's the recent action.
Boom. All right, perfect. You're safe.
Sean Casey and Kevin Millar, everybody.